What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We're here for week 11 picks. Michael, how you doing?
Doing okay. I didn't really gain any lead, but I also didn't give up a big lead like I did last week. We both came out pretty much the same, $4.50. So on that front, doing okay. Green Bay Packers, doing great. Florida State Seminoles, not so great.
Basketball's just around the corner.
Basketball's just around the corner. Let's get there, please.
Yeah. I feel you there. It's not good when the only time you're going to ESPN to check on your football team is when there is a very lengthy piece put together as far as what the hell has happened to your team.
On the front page, yeah.
So really excited for college basketball season to get here because we are a basketball school and a women's soccer school.
That's correct.
So
we're a dynasty.
Right in the swing of things. Yeah, 100%. I gotta say I'm a little upset with my picks from the week. Like you said, we both came out about even. You netted 455, I netted 447. But let's not forget, even though we took it out of the total scoreboard, we both hit on a $3 parlay.
This is correct. Yeah, and that needs to be talked about. Let's look at that really quick as you flip over to the next screen. So I took both of our both of our last picks, which I really liked both of them, man. I don't know why it took us so long to get to these. Since he ended up winning by I think it was 200 or 300 points, they blew the doors off of ECU. Which, I felt good about betting the most on it during my pick 5. And then Arkansas, Florida got it done. So I was happy about that. Yeah, let's flip over to yours and give you a second to kind of pat yourself.
I had the same thing, and then I had the Bills Cardinals game.
My God. That's right.
I remember, wasn't able to really watch the game, but towards the end, they were hitting at 56.
They were
pretty much the Bills needed to kick a field goal to send it to overtime. And hope that somebody would score.
Well, so even before this, sorry to interrupt, even before this, it was 49 and the Bills were driving and we were saying, no, it was 53. It was 53.
Yeah.
And the Bills kicked a field goal to make it 56. No, they scored a touchdown and we needed the Cardinals. I don't know. There was something where it was some super conspiracy. Yeah.
They only needed a touchdown or 7 points, whatever it was, to hit it. And they did nothing and defense showed up. And man, it was looking like it was going to be just under at 56. And that last second touchdown by DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray was a lifesaver.
That was awesome. Have you seen the picture of DeAndre Hopkins catching the ball with his Air Jordan gloves and then Adidas and Nike gloves on the defenders just below? That's an amazing picture. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, glad that both of us can say we both hit our parlays. It's obviously been a few weeks and they're hard. That's why they pay out so well. But we kind of have a theme going where if one of us hits it, the other person does too.
I gotta say here, just on this Texans-Browns game, I feel like I should still get this just for moral victories, because that game was awful. I think going into the third quarter, it was 3-0.
It was 3-0 with 6 minutes left in the third, and it could have been even worse. The Browns could have won even more on that running game, what I talked about with So I feel like I hit that one on the head pretty well. I obviously didn't realize the Texans were that bad. I mean, they were bad. They were really bad. But then on the other side, Vegas was pretty close to that Miami Virginia Tech game, which I mean, that was surprising. Both of us were saying, I knew you were going to take it number 1 overall. I said I didn't even write it down because I knew you were going to take it. I would have definitely taken it 1 overall, Miami. Man, that's crazy.
I didn't take the money line.
Yeah, I know. But that's okay. That's all right. Other than that, pretty good weeks for both of us. A couple bad losses, but still coming out positive always feels good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think So I went first last week. So Michael, why don't you start us off this week?
Perfect. Yeah. So let me see. Do I want to go college football or do I want to go?
Well, before you do, I mean, how do you feel about this week's picks with so many games being changed and moved and all of that?
You know what? I felt better picking or finding lines that I liked this week than I did last week. And I don't know
Hmm.
if that's just, and we'll see here. I have a few more money lines. I don't know if that's just me getting a little bit more aggressive, but yeah, I have a little bit more faith in some of these games. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this game because I do like this team so much. Number 6 ranked team in college football. I don't think that it did work. Okay. This will be my first one. It is the Cincinnati Wild Bears. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Wildcats. I did that on purpose. Versus the horrendous UCF Golden Knights. Cincy's a great team. Obviously, we know about UCF over the past few years on what they can do on offense, but this Cincy defense is top 5 in the NFL. They
It
are
would be.
a real deal team. I think 6 points covering them, not even a touchdown. I know it's at UCF, but come on, man. Come on. This Cincy team is good. I'm not expecting a 50 to 44 score line by any means. I think it's going to be something about, I think it's going to be like 30-20, 30-21. But an easy cover.
Yeah, it's I feel like I want to take that one with you. I had it here on my board to take as well. I feel like I'd like it a lot better if it was in Cincinnati, but like you said, Cincinnati is just a force to be reckoned with. And while UCF isn't the powerhouse that they used to be, they still got enough talent to probably keep this game close, especially given that it's at the Bounce Castle. So no, I like that. I feel like taking Cincinnati week over week is not a bad pick there.
Yeah.
So looking here, I got a lot of games that I like this week. I really liked these picks coming in a lot more than last week. I think to start off, I mean, considering that we were talking a little bit about Florida State and the piece that was written today, I think I'm going to take this Massachusetts.
I had this one. I had this one written down as well. Yeah,
I think I'm going to take the over on 50.5.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting about this game is that Massachusetts head coach is Walt Bell, who is great friends with Willie Taggart, and
they love each other.
They love each other. They're best friends. One didn't cost the other a ton of money. Massachusetts looks fucking horrible, but you best bet that there's some bad blood that's here. He's going to throw out all the stops to try to get some points, but FAU is just going to run all over him.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and at minus 105 odds, I feel like it's a pretty easy take.
Right, man, I don't know. I mean, so you think what? FAU gets 40, they average 10 points a quarter. Can UMass get 10 points to get 11 points to get you over? I don't know. That's a hard line. If UMass gets 10, I feel good about it. I was going to take FAU minus, I want to say it was like 33.5.
Yeah.
33.5. I like the 33.5. Just because I don't know if UMass is going to be able to score 10. You know?
I mean, you got to look at it this way. It's Florida Atlantic. Like, this isn't a team that's got studs all around for
defense. But UMass, I mean, they're awful. They really are awful.
If Walt Bell was a defensive coordinator, I'd be taking the under on this all day. But Walt's going to he's not going to get shut out in this game.
Okay.
I feel like he's going to have to find some way to at least put up a touchdown, if not two, just because of what's at stake here.
I hope so.
And worth noting, I think I picked this line last night, but it's already moved up to 51.
Okay.
So
it's trending
half
that way.
a point, but it's at least trending that way.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. That'll be something that we can talk about next week. I'm going to keep mine in the college football realm again. I'm going to go with another surging, just outside the college football playoff team and pick them to cover a spread that I think is entirely too small. And that's going to be Wisconsin at Northwestern. Wisconsin's rolling. Wisconsin is rolling on
Really
offense.
want to know?
Yeah, I mean, that's all you need. No, they're doing great. Northwestern has been doing pretty good this year. They beat
Top 25 matchup.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they beat Penn State, I want to say, and they beat maybe somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm on NFL right now on my Bovada. But I think, for Wisconsin, who's really fighting for a playoff spot, they're on the outside looking in. Same thing as Cincy. I think that they're going to show up this week, and -7. I think it's going to be pretty easy. I do. I really do.
I don't think it's going to be easy, but I could easily see them winning this game by 12, 13 points. I think Northwestern's a pretty decent program.
And now it's at -7.5 as we record at even. So I'm actually give me the 7.5 and give me even.
All right.
So I'm just gonna do 100. Just to keep
the thing that I worry about with this game is you said even.
Yeah.
The thing that I worry about with this game is that they're two defensive-minded, running the football type teams, and while Wisconsin might go out there and just manhandle Northwestern, it still might be a pretty low-scoring game.
Well, the over/under is at, what do they have it at? I just scrolled off of it. I think they had it at 44.
Yeah, it's pretty low. I mean, I could easily see this being like a 21-14 game.
Yeah, but that gets me a win. Well, I guess that doesn't get me a win. I have 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, over/under 44. We'll see. I still like the 7.5 points. Especially with even. Yeah. So want to make sure that we stay live for our viewers. Go ahead.
Let's see here. All right. So I'm going to put the game up here. I'm going to go over to the NFL really quick, and I'm not sure which way I want to go on this one.
Oh, now you're just stealing my picks.
Bengals are the Washington football team. I don't know because Washington's favored by 1, right?
Yeah, you're just
I don't know
if
I want to take Bengals money line or if I want to take the over on 47. 47. I'm going to take Bengals money line.
Yeah, you are. Of course you are. That's my pick.
I can't find a single good thing to say about Washington.
Yeah, Alex Smith is injured.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the Bengals struggled, but I think they'll be able to get it done.
Nothing much to say there. Just an easy pick, just easy money.
Yeah, I had that exact same game as well. I had the money line at, what was it, 105? Same thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where do I want to go? I don't know if I want to touch this other primetime game. So,
you talking about Florida State Clemson?
No, quite far from it. This is pick 3. This is a good time to get a little juice play going in here. And this is going to be another theme that I just love going with. And it's going to be picking against ECU, who I've talked about. They're a bad team. Temple, on the other hand, is a bad team, but I think at home, Temple's going to find a way to get this done with 150 odds. Lock me in on that. I won't be betting it big, but I mean, I don't want to keep just echoing the same thing. ECU their only win is against an even worse USF team. They're bad on offense. They're bad on defense. I don't know much about Temple, and I don't need to because it just comes down to how bad ECU is. Easy money line. The spread was, I'm looking for it right now, was 3.5. I don't need 3.5. No, just give me the plus 150 odds. Let's juice this line up. Let's get me back to a $20 lead. Forget about it.
I can't make any comments on that at all, to be completely honest.
I mean, you don't need to. We've already said what we
don't.
said about ECU. They're bad, and I'm just going to keep chasing that. I'm going to keep chasing Cincinnati, and I'm going to keep chasing ECU.
And collectively watch more than 10 minutes of their games combined all season?
Each week, collectively each week. It's like when you're watching CBS and it's like the hydration timeout. So they just switch over real quick. Hey, check this out for the ECU game. They gave up this long touchdown. And I'm like, all right, ECU's bad.
They're back, baby. All right, so I'm gonna see your 150 of just chasing a team that team that sucks and just biting down on it. I'm gonna take that, and this one's gonna be a fun one that I actually do want to watch. I'm taking Liberty at NC State, and I'm taking Liberty money line.
I like it.
It's plus 145 odds.
I like this.
Hugh Freeze is coaching for a new job. He is coaching.
And he deserves it, to be honest.
He hasn't done anything wrong. Yeah. I still can't believe. No, he is coaching one as a top 25 program. NC State, this is an
undefeated.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
And there's prime talk, regardless if it's going to be real or not, that he could be in position to take over the South Carolina job.
That'd be a good fit. They really would.
So I think regardless, this could be a one and done for him. But this is a typical NC State trap game. I think Liberty's going to go in here. They've actually got something to prove and something to win. And I think this is pretty easy. I mean, considering that the odds on this are
I agree.
3.5 points to get this kind of juice on a money line. Give it to me. Let me squeeze that.
Let me have it. Yeah, good pick. Okay, I'm gonna be real quick here. This will be my my first and probably my only NFL game.
Green Bay. Oh, never mind.
No, I'm actually not gonna bet them. I'm actually scared about Green Bay, but we can talk about that later. Give me Dolphins at Broncos. Is Drew Lock gonna play? Because the injury and the Wednesday updates didn't look like he was practicing much. I don't know if I trust him. And let's be honest, what this Miami Dolphins defense has done, it's been good. Tua's been good.
Top 5.
Yeah. And that new running back that they have, Ahmad something or another.
Bradshaw.
Yeah, Ahmad Bradshaw. He looked good last week. He looked really good. -3.5. I love it.
I don't know. I think you take Tua from Hawaii. And you put him in a cold weather situation where it could possibly be snowing. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all.
That is the only thing that worries me is Miami Dolphins playing at sea level, going to the Broncos in the cold weather. It does scare me, but if there's no Drew Lock, I mean, there's no way. He's not even that good. And what are they going to do without him? Tim Tebow?
Who? Oh man!
So he did practice. He took team reps. I'm looking it up right now. He's week to week with a bad rib injury. So fill in the lines here. I don't see if it's a rib injury and it's cold. Then there's no way. And this line might even get more. So I'm glad I hopped on it here at 3.5. Yeah, he's not going to play. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way. Forget it that he plays.
Tank for Tua. That's what they got to do.
Yeah. Lose for Lawrence.
Boy, I've got so many games that I want to bet right now.
Well, you got 2 more.
I know. I think I'm gonna go for 10 total. That's just how I feel right now. Let's see here. I mean, Pepper's right there. She's we gotta take more of these. We gotta take more of these. Boy, this is so tough, and this is really great radio too. I think what I'm going to take here is the United Kingdom at Alabama.
The UK at Alabama. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to take Kentucky to cover the 30-point spread.
Interesting. Right? Okay.
Kentucky's a pretty good football team.
Okay.
Relative to Kentucky.
Okay.
Right? They've got a pretty good defense. Stoops is doing a pretty good job there. Alabama's in cruise control right now. They know they're playing in the SEC championship game.
Yep.
They've got Auburn next week. That's a rivalry game. That means more to them than anything in the world. I think they win this game pretty easily. But I don't think I think they hold back on their play calling for next week.
And so you're saying they're looking ahead. That's essentially it. I mean, the UK plays pretty good football.
Team. No, they do.
Just a different kind of football.
Yeah, footy. I don't think they're going to run up the score here. I think Kentucky's a good enough team that won't be a concern. But 30 points, we've said it. If we've said it once, we said it a lot. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
You're telling me, I guess look at it this way. The same similar point spread is Georgia and Mississippi State is 25. I don't know. Kentucky to Bama, I think that's a lot closer than Mississippi State to Georgia. But that's just me.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's hard because where would you put your confidence intervals? You know, like if I said plus 20, you wouldn't bet plus 20, would you? But if I said plus 25, would you do 25?
I think probably 22 is about where I would.
I would say about 25. I say, yeah, I give them 5 points.
Yeah.
I
could easily see this being like a 45 to 24 game or something like that.
Oh, so you're backdoor then, which could happen. I mean, just rest the players for Auburn. Yeah, could happen. Now, I've been spending this whole time thinking if I just want to go crazy here, which I'm not going to do. I talked myself out of it, but maybe in the parlay, I'll change it up. Let's go with a fired up Indiana, ranked number 9 in the country.
Oh boy.
Going to Ohio State.
Yeah.
And give me Indiana plus 20 and a half points.
I mean, this is for a spot in the championship game.
This is for a spot in the championship game. I think this is Indiana's national championship. This really is. They're treating it like it. They're going to be locked in. That whole team is just.
This is what they're here.
This is it. And this is what they've been talking about all year. I think 20 and a half points is far too big of a compliment to Ohio State. They're a good team, but I think Indiana is going to do everything that they can. And even if they do lose, I think they're going to fight all the way and put up a respectable final score at the end, just to hang their hat on and say, look at the season that we had. We were number 9 versus number 3. We lost.
It's still a successful season for Indiana.
Yeah, we lost 24 to 38. It wasn't even close. We scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, but look at how close.
Half is a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, and I don't understand it. So that'll be my big one. I was really looking at, maybe I'll do this in my parlay. Do I just go crazy? Because the Indiana money line is plus 650.
I think you just bet the house on it.
I think you have to.
If you're going to do that, you need to go to Home Field Apparel and buy something from their site, because that's founded by Indiana grads that
use promo code $3 parlay.
$3 parlay, and if it doesn't work, just tweet at them and copy us, and we'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Wait. Sorry. What was that? Is your stomach grumbling?
Oh, it is. So I was gonna say,
my stomach is grumbling.
I haven't had dinner yet. I'm really hungry. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the PlayStation 5 came out, and that's been one of the hardest things to get a hold of. Your boy got one. And
he does have
a friend of the podcast, Will D. Broen, put me onto a game that I've been playing lately called Bug Snacks. And it's all about bugs that are different types of foods that you eat. And it's a really weird game. And if you know Will D. Broen, this is right up his alley. So I'm hungry. I'm looking for my Bug Snacks of a pick. And I got one for you this week. This one's a lock. Take it to the bank. Cover it in some ranch because this is going to be tasty as hell. I'm taking USC Fighting Trojans at Utah. The Utah Utes. I'm taking Utah money line.
That is tasty.
130. And I don't know if you've been following this, but USC has been winning by the skin of their teeth in the last seconds of these games. USC does not play well at Utah. I mean, this is just a fact. It's going to be cold. It's not going to happen. Their luck's going to run out.
It's going to be cold. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, these boys are going to be these boys are going to be so hungry. They're going to be wanting fried food and caffeinated beverages, and they're going to be in Utah and they can't get it.
They can't. No. Let's see. So the spread it's 3. It's an even +3. Yeah. I like it, and that is I mean, quite tasty. It doesn't get better than that.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Though now that
what are the odds?
I look back on it,
125, 130.
Yeah. Now that I look back on it, I really wish I would have made Liberty at NC State that pick, but either way,
substitutions are allowed. Substitutions are allowed.
Liberty at NC State is a good. It's not an appetizer, but it's more of like first course, and then USC at Utah is a second course.
With your drinks, you order it with your first round of drinks that come out. Yeah, because it takes a while because you ordered cocktails. Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So I'm not gonna go with the Indiana money line, even though that +650 is really, really appealing to me, and I really want to. For my parlay, man, I really want to put the Packers money line in there too because they're underdogs.
Oh, I got it. I mean, that's on my list.
It's on my list as well.
I've got like every game here on my list.
I'm going to try to feel like I'm super smart.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Falcons Saints under 52. So obviously we know that Drew Brees is out. You have Jameis Winston, presumably going to be the starting quarterback, but you're also going to get a little bit of Taysom Hill in there. But the big thing about this and the biggest addition, I think, is Quan Alexander getting traded to the Saints. This Saints defense has been so good ever since he got signed. They have been, and you'll not believe this, a top 5 defense in the NFL since he got traded there.
What metric?
My metric.
Okay, that's fair.
It's my opinion. Okay. And
Yeah,
this is my time to talk.
I like that. Okay. I'm
The Falcons, on the other hand, it looks like all of their big pieces are going to play. Matt Ryan, Ridley's back, Julio Jones still doing great things, Todd Gurley. But again, how are the Saints going to match up against this how are the Falcons going to match up against this Saints rejuvenated defense? The Saints, I don't expect to score more than, let's just call it 25, right? I don't see them covering their portion.
He's probably going to throw for 450 yards, and 200 of that's going to be to the Falcons.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I mean, each team needs 26 to get this over 52, or I guess get it to push. I don't see it happening. I think between the Saints having no quarterback and the Falcons having to go up against this defense that knows they're now the strong suit of the team, I think it's going to be an under. And I think, you jump on it now and then you jump on it again if you get an early score in the game. My other piece, sorry, I completely forgot that there were.
I completely disagree with that.
You would go over?
I would go over.
Okay, well, go fuck yourself. Sorry.
Yeah. But for your argument here, I will note, and this is surprising to me, with Drew Brees possibly going to be out, they're going to have to rely on Alvin Kamara to really carry the offense. And fun stat here, Alvin Kamara, Atlanta native, has never scored a touchdown against the Falcons.
Is that so?
Never. And when Deion Jones plays, he has never reached over 100 yards from scrimmage.
Interesting. So that looks even better than for my under.
It does. Like I said, for your pick that's there. But I can tell you what's going to happen as somebody who has watched these games for all these years. and they're crazy and weird and they never make any sense. Jameis is going to play well enough that Drew Brees might not have a job.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, he's gonna have a horrible first quarter. Everyone's gonna say, what's going on? They're gonna go down 17-0, and then he's gonna pull them back in the fourth, tie game. It's gonna be like just completely ridiculous, like 35-35. And then he'll throw an interception at the very end. But everyone will talk about, Jameis Winston leading this ferocious comeback.
Yeah. His last touchdown pass was to the Falcons.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let me switch over and
just in case, I threw in Cincinnati at UCF. Cincy -6 is my second leg on that. And I just feel I was looking at whether I wanted that or Wisconsin. I'm going to keep it Cincy -6 just to stay underneath that touchdown threshold. But I really could have put anyone in there.
Sorry, having some technical difficulties while fending off a dog here. All right, let's see here. For my parlay, speaking of Jameis Winston, I'm going to take this Rams at Bucks game on Monday Night Football.
Oh, I hate this pick.
I'm taking over 48.5. 48.5.
Yeah, but I mean, we saw what Tom Brady did during prime time. He just doesn't look good. We
saw what he did to the Panthers.
Yeah, he did. He did. But this Rams team is good. This Rams team is good on defense. On defense.
These are two teams that
look what the Rams did to the Seattle Seahawks, who have even better wide receivers. Shut them down.
Than who?
Than the Bucks.
The Seattle Seahawks have better wide receivers than the Bucks?
Yeah.
You stand by that?
Yep.
And I thought I hated the Bucks.
They do.
I mean, DK Metcalf is great, but I don't think he makes up for Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio
Chris
Brown.
Godwin has been a bust this year. Mike Evans has been a bust this year. Antonio Brown is probably going to be a bust. We don't know. I mean, he's hasn't played in how many months?
I mean, he played last week.
And what did he do?
He threw shit at the wall and is being investigated by the NFL. I think look, if this over under had been like, let's call it 52 or 54 or something like that.
That's fair.
I wouldn't look at, but it's 48.5. I mean, we're saying that these two teams that are two of the best offenses aren't going to score 25 points apiece. You can tell me that the Bucs defense is good. It's not that great. It couldn't stop the Saints the other night.
Well, here's my thing is, you look at what is the probability of a Bucs explosion or a Bucs bust in terms of offense, and I feel like it's pretty even. You can't lean and say the Bucs are definitely going to have 400 total scrimmage yards from offense, or something, or like 300 even. It's like they could be held to like 200, and Tom Brady throws for however many interceptions. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, that's the other thing you got to think of too is interceptions that go for touchdowns still count for points.
That's true. You're right about that.
So
who'd you pick to win in that game? Just while we're talking.
I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead. I don't even know.
Let's see the second leg.
Spread is. Second leg, right here. Boy. I think I'm going to take Mississippi State.
Oh, college. Okay. Lately, you've been doing 2 NFLs, I feel like. Well, no, last week you had UF.
At Georgia. I'm not doing this. What am I talking about? This is ridiculous. I'm doing Oklahoma State at Oklahoma.
Wow.
Bedlam.
Well, it's not at Oklahoma, is it? Isn't it in Dallas?
Bedlam. Where is it?
I want to say normally they play this game somewhere in Texas.
I'm not taking this game. I'm not taking this game. You know why?
Why?
In Tennessee, Auburn. And I'm taking Tennessee to cover 11.
Boy.
If we had already done our wages, I just would end the podcast right there because that is a pick to end the podcast on.
That is quite a pick. Well,
my dog is because I think she might be trying to shit somewhere.
All right. Well, let's do some quick dollar amounts in here, and then let's get you off air. Let's see. So we're on my page here.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Go ahead. I'm feeling very confident. There's no way that this bites me in the butt on Cincy at UCF. I'm betting on it twice, as you can tell. So I'll do $3, my max bet there. Give me $2 Wisconsin.
Scotty.
ECU Temple.
Roll that.
I'm gonna do $1.50 to really, really bring home some ched.
I'm gonna put $5 on Indiana.
And let's see, and 1.5 to get me to 10. Yeah, I like this. You know what? Let's flip this really quick. Let me take this to 2 and this to 1.5.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with this Indiana. 20 points, way too many points.
It's just
especially if Indiana goes up by like a touchdown, and then I'm already getting spotted 20.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm taking $3 on this Kentucky-Alabama game. Boy, do I have some decisions to make here.
You've got a lot of positives there I'm looking at.
I'm going to take $1 on this Massachusetts FAU game. Taking 2 on Bengals at Washington. Boy, I guess I'm taking 2 here and 2 here. I'm gonna spread it out all around because I only got one bet that's juiced at just that minimum 110. So I'm gonna play it safe and kind of spread it around and hope that I hit on a couple of these. Because
there you go. So you're going with the Let's try to get the 100% of the 80% week.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
right.
Throw out a couple more here really quick, just in case you guys are looking for it. Penn State money line against Iowa. That feels like it's pretty good lock right there. UF at Vandy over 68. UF, all they do is score points. I haven't looked at the score yet, but I got Tulane money line tonight against Tulsa.
Oh, yeah, I like that one as well.
And for those of you guys feeling a little froggy right here, LSU at Arkansas. Arkansas money line.
No. Now you're just getting ridiculous. I'll tell you what's not ridiculous.
LSU's favored by 2.5 points.
Packers money line. LSU's bad.
Don't bet on the Colts because the Colts fuck you no matter what. And upset of the week. Jags money line. Steelers.
No. What's the line on that? Let me see the line on this just before we cut off.
I'm sorry. Did you see the Jags play last week? Oh, that's right, you did because they played the Packers and almost beat the Packers.
The Packers are bad. Every 5th week, they're bad. Where is this game? Where are the Jags? There they are. It's plus 375. You're
in Jacksonville.
Against the spread is 10.5 points.
Just one of
Big Ben's going to play.
This is the closest NFL stadium that Big Ben can get to his hunting camp in South Georgia, where he had his run-in with the law previously. I'm not saying that's a factor in this game. It's a factor in this game.
Are the Jags going to take another punt back for a touchdown or a kick back for a touchdown? Because there's no way. That was half their offense. Was that kick?
You say that Green Bay is a bad team?
That was sarcastic.
I legitimately don't think the Steelers are a good team.
They're undefeated.
Who have they played?
They played 9 NFL teams. They played 9 NFL teams.
I don't know. I don't believe it. It's going to end. I'm going to take it every week until they lose because they're not going undefeated. That's for sure.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we got our picks. Let's just go back to the summary page really quick and let's give our viewers one last look of what our scores are. So I'm still up. We'll call it about $16.
Yep.
16 and change. So 3 weeks to go. Plenty of time. I'm still nervous.
Yeah, more than that. This was during a regular year, but we got 17 NFL weeks plus with all college football starting at different times. I mean, we're gonna have content going in for weeks.
It'll be the rest of your 2020. Stay locked in. Next week will be
Tuesday.
We'll be on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yep.
So make sure you join us then.
All right. Peace out, everybody.